Hello, my name is Lucas Massa, and I am a current student at Seattle Central College. I am studying accounting and business, and I am hoping to become a certified public accountant after completing my undergraduate degree in accounting. I know that I want to attend a 4-year university soon, and while I have applied to a variety of locations, I am unsure of where I'll end up. However, I have loved studying at Seattle Central, and I've learned so much this past quarter. Today, I'll be discussing an overview of the Annual Filing Season Program, which is an IRS training program for non-credential tax preparers. In addition to this, I'll explain how accountants prioritize their work ethics through their training, why ethics is important now more than ever for accountants in the workplace, and why understanding work ethics as a whole is beneficial for companies and businesses. I just wanted to say that I am in no way a professional in the accounting industry. While I want to become a CPA in the future, I have only just started learning about the accounting field and how it works. However, I have some beginner's knowledge that may be beneficial for you. Thank you for listening today, and let's get started. To begin, the Annual Filing Season Program works to train tax preparers in federal law and ethics on an annual basis. Those who want to participate in the course must complete 18 hours in training, including a 6-hour federal tax law refresher course, which comes with a required test. This 6-hour portion of the training is known as the Annual Federal Tax Refresher. The test for the refresher contains a minimum of 100 questions and must be completed in 3 hours. However, participants may retake the test if they score below 70%. Besides these 6 hours, participants must also train in ethics for 2 hours, and they must also train in further federal law topics for 10 more hours. In addition to this, tax return preparers are also required to reestablish their preparer tax identification number for the following year. They must also consent to the commitments under Circular 230, Subpart B, and Section 10.51. When this is completed, participants receive a record of completion for the course from the IRS. Additionally, they are also included on the IRS website in a public database for tax return preparers. For those who may have completed the registered tax return preparer test or another recognized national or state test, they are not required to take the 6-hour annual federal tax refresher course and test. However, if they want to receive an official record of completion from the IRS, they still need to complete 15 hours of training from the course. While this course is optional, continuing education on an annual basis is encouraged for all tax return preparers. This basically means that tax preparers should take the course even if they feel as though they already understand the information. There are many benefits from receiving an Annual Filing Season Program record of completion. Besides being included in the public directory of tax return preparers, you'll be differentiated in the marketplace. Since the IRS launched a public education campaign in January 2016, taxpayers have been encouraged to be more select when hiring return preparers, meaning that those with more professional credentials or select qualifications have been more sought out. Additionally, attorneys, CPAs, and enrolled agents will continue to be the only tax professionals with unlimited representation rights, which signifies that they can represent their clients on any matters, including audits, payment or collection issues, and appeals. This is only in the presence of revenue agents, customer service representatives, and IRS employees such as the Taxpayer Advocate Service, for example. For those with a preparer tax identification number who haven't participated in this program and haven't received a record of completion, they will only be able to prepare tax returns, and they're unable to represent clients before the IRS. The Annual Filing Season Program must be completed on an annual basis every year before December 31st. And for those ready to partake in the program, there are online workshops or even independent self-study courses for those who may want to get a head start on preparing before completing the course through the business they work for. On to accounting ethics. Now that we understand this course as a whole and its purpose, what are the actual codes of ethics for accountants that are taught? And why is understanding ethics so important for accountants more than ever before? Well, accountants deal with intimate financial details of individuals and organizations, and ethical codes are the principles accountants choose to follow to enhance their profession, maintain public trust, and perform honesty and integrity. Those who become CPAs or certified internal auditors work to protect the reputation of their profession and follow their ethical codes to do so. While we hope there be an increased sense of trust among accounting, that is not always the case. Violations of public and private trust occur on a daily basis, and ethical dilemmas are not always resolved favorably. Fraud, theft, and corruption continue to disrupt the accounting world, so it's important accountants understand the ethical frameworks for independence, integrity, confidentiality, and decision-making to aid in preserving the reputation of the field. I'll now be going over what is encouraged among accountants when taught about ethics. In regards to independence, it's important for accountants to make unbiased decisions and recommendations that benefit the client. It's also important to ensure that any recommendations are not being subjected to outside influence. If an accountant subordinates their judgment to someone else's, this would mean compromising their professional judgment. Concerning integrity, it's important for accountants to be straightforward and honest in all business relationships. This also means that accountants do not associate themselves with information that may be false or misleading. As for confidentiality, accountants stay on top of their duties and make sure they don't disclose any financial information or reveal the disposition of a potential merger without permission. Doing so would be a violation of the trust that is present between an accountant and their client. Professional competence is also an important skill for accountants to have that revolves around ethics. Accountants must be able to develop new skills, competencies, and agility in their roles, and they must remain up to date with technology, security considerations, and legislation. They must remain educated or of development that could affect future decisions. For accountants in leadership roles, they must ensure that their subordinates receive proper training and guidance. Lastly, accountants must prioritize their professional behavior as well. They must comply with all laws and regulations that oversee their jurisdictions and bodies of work, and as professionals, they must avoid actions that could negatively affect the reputation of their profession. These are the many codes of ethics that accountants are taught during their training. Finally, we'll discuss the benefits of understanding ethics in the workplace. There are many benefits of a strong work ethic in the workplace, including an improved job performance among employees, meaning individuals are more able to complete tasks accurately and on time. Higher job satisfaction is another benefit from understanding ethics as well, and employees are more likely to take pride in their work and understand the value and importance of their role in the workplace. In addition to this, career advancement is another benefit, meaning that employees with a strong work ethic are more likely to be promoted or receive a raise. Increased employee retention, where those who feel valued and are able to advance in their careers are more likely to remain with the company or business, is another benefit from employees understanding and following ethical codes. Lastly, enhanced industry reputation is another benefit, as businesses that employ professionals with a strong work ethic are often models of industry excellence. All of these benefits from understanding ethics not only benefit accountants and the businesses they work for, but all businesses as well. Now that this presentation is coming to an end, I recommend that you encourage your employees to participate in this program. Not only will your tax preparers receive benefits from doing so that assist their reputation and knowledge of the annual federal tax refresher and federal laws that need to be followed, but it will allow your employees to understand the ethical code they are required to follow to create a safe, positive work environment. This is especially important in the accounting industry, and if we want to work towards creating an industry with less fraud and scandals, ethics needs to be a priority. Thank you again so much for coming today. If you have any questions regarding this topic, please don't hesitate to reach out. Here's a list of my sources, and if you want to do any research of your own, I recommend checking out the IRS website or any scholarly sources. Have an awesome day, and thanks again so much for listening. Bye!